Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here for another Think Tank Thursday. How are you today, my friends? I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening. It's a little bit chilly here in East Tennessee, but you know what? It is wonderful, and I am not complaining. It is better than being sweltering hot. so, gosh, so much stuff is going on with Stampin' Up right now. Of course, this is the last 2 days of the month, and with that is the last 2 days of that incredible starter kit promotion. And if you don't remember about it, haven't seen it or whatever, there it is on your screen. You can use the QR code right there and head right over to my website. It is an absolutely incredible deal, $125 worth of product for only 35 bucks. So you can choose whatever products you want. It's absolutely incredible. And you don't even have to worry about placing another order. You've got until the end of April to take advantage of the discounts and all of the incredible deals and benefits of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator before you even have to worry about anything. So it's an absolutely incredible deal. And I hope that you guys are taking advantage of it because, oh my gosh, you can get so much cool stuff for 125 bucks. Or of course, you can also do the bigger promotion, which is $189 worth of product for only 99 bucks. And that's at the same QR code there. Okay. So, anyway, all right. Now that I have said that, if you guys are interested, go check it out right there at the QR code. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. And let me know. And if my friend Ruth happens to be on here, I realize I owe you a phone call. So anyway, I will chat with you either after my live or tomorrow, if that's okay, whichever one works best for you. Okay, guys. So if you go on to Stampin' Up's website, they have several different Christmas kits. However, everyone is so excited about them because they're absolutely beautiful. And the only one that is still available is the Remembering Christmas kit, which I have right here in my hand. Now, for those of my card making friends, you maybe have looked at this kit and you go, I have absolutely zero interest in that kit. It is not for me because it's not card making, it's more like scrapbooking. I hear you, friends. I hear you. So today is going to be all about what can we do with this kit, okay? So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to show you guys what's inside the kit and then what we might be able to make with it that isn't the memory book, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and get that off of my screen there. And I see folks have been coming in. Come on in and say hello. Let me know that you're here so that I can say hi. If you've never been to a Think Tank Thursday before, it works a little bit differently than a standard live stream does, in which case we actually build a project together. So that's right. You guys get to help me decide what we're going to make this evening. And it's always so much fun to see what we all come up with. It's so much fun. Okay, what I want to do first is I want to go ahead and open up the kit and pull everything out. And I'm going to show you what is actually included in the kit. And then we'll talk about it from there. Okay. I have actually opened the kit just enough to pull out the instruction sheet. So you can see the kit is still closed up. I haven't actually pulled all of the things out of it yet. So this is going to be a fun and from scratch kind of live stream like we do on Think Tank Thursday. But I did want to go ahead and pull this page out, the instruction sheet, because if you guys don't know this, on the back side of the kit collection and even the paper pumpkin, if you get it, the instruction sheets, it has coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors, and it tells you the colors that are included in the kit itself. Okay. Now, of course, if this kit were a stamping kit, you wouldn't have to follow the rules of the colors. You still don't anyways. But this is a non-stamping kit, which means that there are no stamps in it. It is all pre-printed, pre-cut, die cut, that sort of thing. Everything is kind of prepped and ready for assembly. All right. So because of that, I wanted to pull out some of the colors that coordinate so that we can see how we might be able to convert this kit into, let's say, Christmas cards, right? So I know a lot of folks are kind of bummed out that the Christmas card kits aren't available right now, and I'm so sorry about that. It really does stink. But I know that Stampin' Up! Is working hard to try to get them back in stock, and hopefully before Christmas time. However, let's be honest, it's not going to be a guaranteed thing whether they will or not. So in the meantime, we've still got Christmas cards to make and get sent out, right? We need to get them done. And so I want to show you what cool things we can do with this kit that is available, and see if that might maybe help you get your Christmas card making completed. Okay. All right. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and just pull everything out of the kit first. Like I said, I don't have previous experience with this particular kit. I haven't opened it up enough to see all the things. I didn't even open the inside of the instructions. I literally just looked at the colors on it. So let me move this right here just so that I've got it out of my way. Let's get that chipboard out of the way. Guys, don't throw these away. These are so wonderful for all kinds of project bases, 3D and things like that. Plus, if you happen to like to make journals or things, you can use these for that. I absolutely love those chipboard pieces. Okay, so we've got our really super cute journal cover. And if you don't have any experience with these, they're a lot of fun. You see that you've got these little elastics here. These are to help you with your signatures. We'll talk about that a little bit. And then this right here is your elastic that goes around the book to keep it closed when you've got it full of all kinds of goodies. Okay. Hey, Miss Debbie, how are you, darling? Thanks for coming in. Okay, so excuse me. We've got the book cover. Okay. All right. We can't make a card out of that necessarily. I mean, it's chipboard. It's really sturdy. It's already got the grommets and everything. So we're just going to set this aside for just a moment. Okay. In the kit, you also have a roll of tear and tape, and you've got a little spool of red baker's twine. So that's a lot of fun. I don't need to open that just yet. We'll set it off to the side here. Okay. Now we have, these are the signatures. Now, signatures are sections of a book. Okay. And what they are, if you were to actually take any of your reading books and look at the spine on the inside, let me see if I've got. Okay, here we go. I have a crochet book here, so bear with me. All right. Now, a book is assembled by what they call signatures, which are sets of pages that are stitched into the spine and then glued into the cover of the book. Okay. Now, this little piece of paper right here, that's not the cover. That's a slip cover. This is actually your cover, okay? And so if we were to look right in here, you would see, let me just pull that slip cover off here. You would see that the book is bound and there's a little bit of a gap right there, right? And so if I go a little bit closer into this, I see, let me get over here. One more page, I believe. Okay, that is actually two signatures. The signatures in this one are really small. So there's a signature and there's a signature, and you can tell, which it's not going to probably zoom in well enough, but you can tell when you look really closely right in here at this area in your book, you'll see where clusters of pages are kind of sandwiched together like this. And each of those clusters are stitched in to the spine that's glued into the book. Okay, so that's the basis of the whole concept of bookmaking here. I'm not going to get into all the details of that, of course. I just want you to know that's what a signature is. In a traveler's notebook sort of situation, the signatures actually go into these things here. So this would be one signature, and this would be another signature. Now you can add all kinds of fun things into here, add several pages into there to make it one signature. But you basically take these and you put them in there just like so, okay? And by doing that, it holds those pages in for you, and that's what makes the beginnings of your book. Okay? So that's the basic idea of this whole concept. Now, let's see. What the heck? That must have come out of my crochet book. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. We have this little Christmas tree piece. That's really cute. Now, imagine if I were to, oh, let's see. I want to put him right here. Now, of course, I'm going to pull this stuff out again. You know, I just want to give you some ideas. If you like the idea of the journal itself, maybe you want to do something with it, because I'm thinking this is a really stinking cute journal. Okay, now I can take this piece here. It's a 3-folded panel, and I could put it inside this section, and there is part of that signature, right? Because that's still connected together by one set of binding, and this would be one signature for one set of binding. Okay, so those are just some really cool, like, you're getting the fundamentals here. Okay, let's get into all of these extra little bits and pieces, because these are fun. All right, I see these are stickers, which is awesome. I love the idea of stickers. They're a little bit heavier weight, so they're a cardstock sticker. And let's see, we've got some really cool pockets here. That's nice. Are these die cuts or more stickers? These are more stickers. So we've got a lot of fun for our stickers. We've got some alphabets here. Let's see. Those are stickers as well. Very cool. We have some die cut cardstock pieces. Those are nice. More cardstock layers. Let's see. Let's sort the cardstock from the stickers, shall we? Okay, let me come here, you. Okay, there we go. Cardstock stickers. All right. And then we've got, oh, look at all of these fun pieces. That's cool. That's a sticker. Those are stickers. Oh, look at that. We've got some more pockets. Those are nice. Let me just bring that. Okay, that's stickers. Those are cardstock. There we go. Those are stickers. These ones have different languages as well. All right, we've got some nice foil letters here. Let's see, where's the rest of them? There we go. Okay, and some special characters, so that's nice. We've got some more die cut letter or labels and things there. There's some more sticker strips. Okay, and here are the other two languages. All right, so here we go. Okay, you've got the English language, and I believe it's French and German, maybe. Something like that. Yeah, I believe that's it. But look, you can use ho 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 in all three of them for your English because, you know, that's English. Certainly, you could do some cool things with the shapes here that have colors in them. You can cover up the writing in there if you wanted to. If you wanted to, you could even just leave them because that's really cool. All right, so those are stickers. Let's see here. Let's put that there. All right, and then these are stickers. Yes, these are stickers as well. Okay, so we have die cuts, pockets, pieces, and labels. And then we have all of the stickers. All right, now that we have everything figured out, and I'm going to go ahead and put the letters on the bottom, and I'm going to put that like that. So I've got all of that together, and then I've got my die cut pieces. Okay, so now here's the thing. There are some really cool things that you can do with this journal, even if you don't want to make it a journal. You could make this a recipe album. This would make a beautiful gift with recipe cards and things like that in here, which would be absolutely fabulous. So much fun to do. Of course, you could use it for a Christmas photo album. Baby's first Christmas. You guys know I'm about to have a new grandbaby. Wouldn't this make a fun little baby's first Christmas album? I think it would be super cute. Okay, but like I said, I'm going to show you guys how you can use some of the elements in this kit to make cards instead, right? Or Christmas tags or literally whatever else. All right, so don't let the idea that this is meant to be an album sway you from getting this particular kit because it has a lot of really cool elements to it. All right. Okay, first thing I want to do here is I want to go ahead and separate out all of the cardstock pieces. And you guys know, if you've watched any of my videos before, especially some of my paper pumpkin videos, I really like to use the cutout negatives here. So these pieces right here, I can generally find cool things to do with them. So I like to keep a hold of them until I am certain that I'm not going to want to do anything. And then I throw them out. All right, but I can take these and let's do this. And we're going to do the best we can with no stamping. Okay, so hopefully those labels are going to help us out a little bit. I will bring in maybe some pieces of cardstock just because, as you can see here, there isn't actually any solid cardstock pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in just some pieces of cardstock for, for our card bases. But everything else I'm going to pull from this kit. Okay, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see. We may be sorry we said that, but we'll see how we do here. Okay. And I'm going to pull out those pockets. These pockets are really cute, by the way. Oh, I love them. And I think maybe we could do something fun with them. All right, here we go. We have red and green frames. We've got a couple of cute tags. These little pieces here. We've got our Christmas lists, which are actually really, really cute. They're maybe a little bit bigger than a standard card, but we can always trim them down. And then we've got some really pretty DSP kind of printed cardstock there. So I love that. All right. Let's start with the polka dots because polka dots are my jam. Actually, you know what? This is Think Tank Thursday after all. Why don't I give you the choice? Hello. I'm just excited and ready to play. I'm like, what am I going to do? Let's see. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to start out by deciding which of these pieces we're going to use as an element on our card. So tell me in the comments, are we going to use the polka dots or are we going to use the greenery sprigs? Okay, you guys let me know in the comments. I'm going to set this other stuff out of the way so that I can breathe a little. And I will wait and see what you guys think. Okay. And then while you're deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of pieces of cardstock here so that we can choose what we're going to do from there. All right. Okay. I should have Christmas music playing, but y'all know how testy Facebook and YouTube are. And if I play any kind of music in the background, I may get in trouble because, you know, they don't like us to play music. But it would be really nice to have some Christmas music playing in the background right about now. All right, let's see here. I could hum it. I wonder if they would get me in trouble for that. Maybe I could pretend and just sing along, have a holly jolly Christmas. Certainly it doesn't sound professional. Surely they wouldn't be upset about that. Oh, dear me. All right, let's see here. I'm getting out a couple of color combinations that I think would look really good with each of the different choices. Okay, so you're deciding, are we doing a polka dotted piece or are we doing the greenery sprig? You guys let me know in the comments. What are we doing? Okay. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. If we were to use the polka dotted piece, I like this colorway. All right, this is Pretty in Pink, Real Red, and Granny Apple Green. Of course, it matches fabulously. So this is one color option. And then the other one is, let's see, maybe the red. Yes, the red would be better. Okay. So the other option is doing this with the greenery panel and having Real Red, Pretty Peacock, and Pecan Pie, which is a really interesting and unique color combination, but works really, really well. It's actually very nice. Okay, so which is it going to be? Are we going to do the polka dotted card or are we going to do the greenery sprig one? What do you guys think? This is interesting, isn't it? Both of them are going to be gorgeous. Should we just jump right in and do both? As you can tell, I am crazy excited today. I just found out. Okay, so why am I excited? I am excited because we know, knock on wood, and hope that the dogs don't bark from hearing me do that. We know that unless something changes, our little baby Boo is going to be born on November 20th. So I'm going to say that loosely. I'm going to gently knock on wood and hope that everything goes as planned. Nothing changes along the way, because they're going to induce her overnight between the 19th and the 20th. And so it looks like baby will be here on the 20th, all things going well, which I am so excited about. So as you can imagine, it's going to be a ridiculously crazy busy and maybe just a little bit stressful and intense couple of weeks here, because I've got backstage in Vegas, which is super exciting, but that's coming up. I have coffee and card class. Let's see, coffee and card class on the 3rd, Vegas on the 6th, Stamp a Stack on the 15th, and then immediately turn around and rush out to see my baby be born. So it's going to be crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and make the decision to do. I'm going to go this route because everything in me tells me to go this route. So I'm going to do the exact opposite. We may come back to that and we may do it eventually, but we're gonna just go out on a limb here, okay? And we're gonna do a card using this piece of printed paper, and this is from the Remembering Christmas kit. Okay, so it's unfortunate that the Christmas kits that Stampin' Up! Has are out of stock right now, but we're not going to let it get to us. We're going to use the Remembering Christmas kit instead, and it'll be just fine, right? Okay, so let's see. We'll do this one. We'll do this one like a standard. I'm trying to think now if I can maybe I want to do a fancy fold card, Let's see here. Give me just a second to think things through. I tell you what. Do it, girl. Do it. All right. And then we fold on the 4 1/4. And then we fold on 2 1/8. There we go. And then that's going to give us this. So we shall see, boom, boom, what we do there. This is a really simple, a simple way of doing a fancy fold card. So as you saw, we cut it at the 8.5 by 5.5 inch mark. That gives us our standard card base, right? And then we scored it at 4 1/4, so that just scored it in half, which is a standard card. And then we scored one section at 2 1/8, which gives us that. Okay, so that's how you get where we are right now. Okay, very good. All right, now let's see here. I think I want to put some layers in. So we're going to do a 5 3/8 inch here. Okay, 5 3/8 inch. And then we're going to do 4 1/8 of an inch. And this is going to give us a very skinny border around this part of the card. Okay, there you see, it's just a nice little narrow border there. Okay, and then let's see here. We need 2 inches. Okay, and I'll debate on the other 2 inches here in just a minute, but right now that gives me this. Okay, so we like that. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and seal it in because why not? Nothing like jumping all in on a live stream. Okay. Here we go. All right. And then let's wait on this one for just a minute to make sure that I don't want to do any kind of interesting things there. Sometimes that's the way it goes. All right. Now, can I put... Okay. This needs to be cut at 5 1/4. And we're going to go at 1 7/8. Okay. 1 7/8. That's going to give us that little edge right there. But it's going to make these line up beautifully. Again, with just that thin little border, which we want. It's terrific. Okay. And I think I can probably go ahead and glue this on. All right. There you go. Okay, so now we have something that will look like this. Okay, and believe it or not, I just put my little stack of inside layers away. So let me grab a couple here. All right, this is just basic white cardstock that I've already got cut to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so this is just the standard inside layer. And it would go right about there. And then I think we could probably trim this down to put it right there. I think that would be cute. So let's do, I'm going to use some liquid glue since that's not as wide as my Stamp and Seal there. Okay. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good. Hey folks, I see more folks are coming in. Say hello. We are making Christmas cards from the Remembering Christmas kit. So the Remembering Christmas kit is the only actual Christmas kit. The only actual Christmas kit available for Stampin' Up! Right now. At least it was just before I went live. And so we're figuring out how to get around the fact that we have no Christmas card kits available right now. Okay, we can adapt and overcome because we are good like that. All right, but if we don't get this straight, we'll lose our mind. So come on now. There we go. We can adapt and overcome, but not quite that. All right. There we go. And I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking I must have cut that just a little bit crooked, but I'm not even going to worry about it. Hey, how's it going, Sue? All right, there we go. Now I'm going to put that piece in just like that. I think that'll be great. We are making Christmas cards out of the Remembering Christmas album kit, just in case you would like to have kit stuff and make Christmas cards instead of an album. But that being said, like I mentioned at the first part of our live stream, that album can be used for beautiful Christmas gifts as well. You can use it to make a recipe book or baby's first Christmas, or maybe even a newlywed's first Christmas. There are a great many things that you can do with it. So don't discount it too much, because it really is a beautiful kit. All right, so this is what we've got so far. And I actually think that that's going to be terrific. And then we're probably going to cut just a little bit of red. Maybe we'll do red cardstock. Let's see here. Remember, we're using primarily what we've got in the kit. So it's okay to bring in some pieces of paper, but we really want to kind of stick with, I'm going to keep that out because I might want to use those right there. We really want to stick with whatever we can use from the kit. All right, and then I'm going to bring that one out. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay, I think let's bring in you're tagging Jackie Weisenhut. Nice. Okay. Very nice. All right. Let's see here. I want to cut a couple more of these pieces, and I think I might end up just leaving this one on here like so. And then what we can do is cut a little square to go right there. And I think I want it to be just a little bit bigger than these scallop squares here. So let me put this on the card. Oh. Here we go. And there. All right. So now we've got this. Okay. Super cute. All right. Now then, let me grab my my ruler here. This one is a solid square, whereas this one has the scallop frame and then it has the striped inside. So it could be merged with those, but I feel like that's a little bit too much. Okay, let's see here. The size is the same either way. So we're looking at right about 2 and let's say 3 inches square. All right, so I'm going to do 3 inches square on this one. Okay, 3 inches square. All right, and then that means that this one should be 2 7/8 inches square. All right. And so we have the base here, and this is going to match the card. Okay. And let's see. Okay. Kind of want to bring it over just a little bit there. All right. Okay. Now, I keep grabbing my dimensional sheet because I've got a double layer of dimensionals on there that I had thought I was going to use earlier for a project, and I had already taken the backing off of it and didn't use it, so I put it back on the backing of the base, the sheet of dimensionals. And so now it's just open, sticky, all willy-nilly and everything, and driving me absolutely bananas because it snags on everything. Okay, there we go. I think that will be nice. Now let's see here. Come on. And we may not use this, but we're going to see. We're going to see how it feels. Ooh, yes. Look at that. Ooh, yes. All right. I have to hold this up. Otherwise, it's not going to be straight here, okay? And even then, I make no guarantees. All right. There we go. Relatively. All right. Very nice. Okay, so now we've got that. Super stinking cute. And then, come on now. Let's do, I really kind of want to do, Christmas tree. Because why not? Be so cute. Okay. This is where my silicone mat comes in perfectly because I don't have the distraction of all of this to make me question my choices. I can have it here and I can be like, okay, yeah, I think that's going to be good. So I'm going to put that right there and that'll be great. And then I'm going to bring in, come here, you. Of course, the Christmas tree. I like that. Do I like that one or do I like the lighter one better? Ooh. Okay, guys, what do you think? Should we do the lighter green tree or should we do the darker green tree? Now, it needs to be said that this is shaded spruce and this is pretty peacock. However, the blue-green works really nicely. So we've got the blue-green here, or we have the granny apple green here. Okay, so which one do you think we should use? Comment and let me know. And while you're commenting, I'm going to go over and grab my my little embossing buddy so that I can get the sticky off of these because I think I'm going to put one of them down with one row of dimensionals and the other one down with two. Okay, so let me know. Are we doing the granny apple green tree or are we doing the shaded spruce tree? Let me know. Okay, comment and let me know. And I'm going to grab that right quick. Okay. Now, you probably knew this already because you guys are all very talented, crafty, and wonderful people, but you can take a sticker and turn it into simply a die cut. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I think personally, let's see here. I think we're going to use the shaded spruce tree. All right, so I'm going to put the other one back on its sheet because we don't need that right now. And then I need to decide if I'm going to put this straight down or if I'm going to put it up. I think I'm going to put it up. All right, so what I need to do is I need to take both of these pieces and I'm going to grab just a scrap piece of paper here. Okay. And I'm going to put them face down so that the sticky part is up. I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm just going to give it a nice little pat. Okay. And then I'm going to rub it on, and that takes away the sticky. Okay. So now you can see it's not sticky anymore. All right. And then I'm going to do that on here. Let's see. There may be enough there I can pick up. Yeah. A little bit more. I mean, we don't want to make this whole thing crazy powdery. All right. There we go. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Look at that. So funny, isn't it? All right. Now then, I'm going to put these on dimensionals. So I want I'm going to grab my singles here. Now I didn't see any embellishments, but that is okay. We can do with what we got here. All right, there's one. There's one. And then one up here. Okay. There we go. All right, now let me see if I can use that double one that's been sitting there collecting dust. Nope. Throw that away. All right. And I'm gonna do this way. We're not gonna put a dimensional. Let's see. You know what? Changing my plans. Let's see if we can bring it up a little bit. I initially thought that I would put Oh Christmas Tree over the top, but now I'm deciding that's not what I want to do. Now I'm deciding that I want to center this. Okay, like that. Yes, beautiful. And then we'll go over it like that because that is way cool. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put 2 layers of dimension here. And then let's do 2 layers of dimension over here. Okay. There we go. And then that will go over it like that. And that is so stinking cute. Okay. We like that. I think we like that. Do we like that? All right. Here we go. Come over just a little more, please. Just a little. There we go. Oh, beautiful. We love. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That is really, really cute. Okay. Now then, of course, I'm going to add adhesive to this side. And I'm going to put just a little bit right there in the center. And then we're going to line this up just like so. Perfect. All right. And there we go. Isn't that a gorgeous little card? Okay, now I love this. I think this is a terrific card, and we really didn't use very much of the kit. We've got plenty of the kit left that we can use. This is a really cute card, okay? And then if I were shipping this out, I would actually turn it inside out like that. So that way it would go through the mail easier. All right. This way you have a chance of not having to pay for extra postage. Okay, so that is card number 1, super stinking cute. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this other card here because I just think so cute. I just think it's so cute. All right, I really want to use this because, oh my gosh, adorbs. All right, now then, I'm going to be using Real Red, Pretty in Pink, and Granny Apple Green. And I feel like we should use I feel like we should use this. And whoops, hold on now. Would it look good there? Yes. Okay. So what if we did? We'll stick that guy right there. Okay. And what if we did this? Where did I see it? Okay. All right. So let's start with, what do you think, guys? Should we do Pretty in Pink or should we do Granny Apple for the card base for this card? Okay, we're going to do probably a standard card fold, and we'll use this layer for a printed pattern, and we'll either do a Granny Apple base with a Pretty in Pink layer, or we'll do a Pretty in Pink base with a Granny Apple layer. What do you guys think? What do you think? Granny Apple base or Pretty in Pink base? I'm going to pull this one out just because I've got ideas for that red. I will bring some red in, but you know. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking that's fabulous. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink layer. I'm going to cut it at 5.5 by 8.5. Of course, that's the same measurement I did with the last card. And I'm going to score it at 4.25. So you got that there. And I'm just going to keep it a standard card base this time. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this one at 5 3/8, just like we did the last time. And I'm going to do 4 1/8 and another 4 1/8. Okay, so this time we're going to have the 2 layers with the front and the back are going to be just the same as far as those inside layer and the front layer. Okay, now I am going to take my bone folder and give that a really nice crease, and then go ahead and add some Stamp and Seal. This is actually Stamp and Seal Plus, but it's just because it's what I had at the desk for me. I kind of use the two interchangeably, but there we go. Okay. And then let's do this one. Okay. All right. Now, let's see here. I think maybe we want to get rid of the stickum on the back of this one. So this is a nice little Christmas pudding. Okay, there we go. All right. Now we have removed the stickum from that one. Put that off to the side. I'm going to put this on dimensionals. Okay, there we go. Ta-da. Hold on. There we go. I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in the middle. Ow. Am I putting it in the middle? Or we have options, people. We have options. Okay, let me set these off to the side for just a moment. And I think what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and cut this at 4 inches this way. That'll give me a bit left over. And let's see, this is 3 1/8. So I want, let's see, I want a piece of white. I'm going to take this and just glue this on like that. Okay. I think. Okay. Now you could cut this. I'm just gonna glue it. Actually, yes. All right. There we go. All right, and then this is just going to line up right with the edge, just like so. There we go. Okay, now then, I'm going to let it sit here for just a second because I may want to bring in that real red baker's twine. Okay. Let's see here. All right. If I were to do that and tie it, here we go. Bring that in just a little bit because it's a little bit too long there. Okay. I'm going to leave that on there for right now because I don't know for a fact if this is what we want to do or not. But we've got this piece here, so that looks nice. I like that. And then we can take this circle here, which is super cute, and let me see if I can just get those little circles to stay. I'm not sure that I can, but let's see. Now, you may be wondering, why on earth would I bother with saving the circles? Well, because if you notice, these are polka dots, and I can use them for something else. Oh, except that I just pushed that one all the way through. How funny. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. All right, here we go. I'm saving them just in case I decide that I might want some polka dots for something, and I will have them. See, there we go. All right. And I'm thinking that this can go right there and be absolutely adorable, right? Okay, but again, with the taking the stickum off of the back, okay, we're just gonna powder up our sticker here with our embossing buddy. There we go. There. All right, now get that out of the way. Okay, there we go. And I do like the way that linen thread looks, or the baker's twine here. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the end. All right. And then we'll layer this piece on the card. Stay put now. Okay. There we go. All right, we like the way that looks. I think that looks nice. Okay, we'll get to the inside panel here in a minute. I will go ahead and bring in another piece of this card here. Okay, I'm going to put this piece on dimensionals. Okay, let me grab that. Okay, and it's going to go right about there. So I like that. And then this one will go right about there. Okay, I do actually like that. So let me take these off. Hey, folks coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I see some newer folks are coming in. Please say hello. We are using the Remember Christmas or Remembering Christmas album kit. It's right here. This is the only Christmas kit left available from Stampin' Up! Currently until they get a restock anyway. And so we're just looking to see how we can turn that kit into Christmas cards, pending that you'd like to have some Christmas cards instead of a memory album. Okay. So here we go. I'm digging it. I think that's adorable. Okay. And then we'll put this on dimensionals as well, or will we? Let's see here. No, I think it doesn't need to. And actually, it looks really cute there as well. So, what do we think? Do we put it up here? Do we put it down here? I think maybe down here it looks better. All right, here we go. And there's that card. Super cute. This could do with a couple of little clear rhinestones. So let me just pull those in. Of course, you don't have to, but I know most people carry or have the little clear rhinestones in their toolkit all the time. So, it'll be okay, right? I hope so. All right, here we go. Let's go 1 and 2 and right there. That's adorable. I love it. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have card number 1, card number 2, both of them from the Remembering Christmas kit. Aren't they absolutely adorable? Okay. Oh, yeah, we've got to do the inside on this one. Let's not forget that. All right, so I have the white panel here that's going to layer just in over the top of the green layer, just like that. And let's see here. Do we have... Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to do a, let's see, 3/4 inch strip. Okay, and it's by 4. There we go. There we go. And we'll just put this right here. And then our inside matches the card front. And that is fabulous. Okay. Very good. All right. So cute. I love it. And there we go, friends. Slide that over just a little bit, please. There we go. Okay, now we got it. All right, so there you go, guys. We've got 2 absolutely adorable Christmas cards from the Remembering Christmas memory album kit. Remember, guys, just because a kit it looks designated for a particular theme does not mean that it has to stay that way. So when you look at the kits collection and look at the scrapbooking workshop kits, because even though they are geared towards scrapbooking in the instruction and the materials, you can use those materials for card making as well as treat holders and all sorts of fun stuff. Okay. So you don't have to rely just on the kits collection that are sold out right now. All right. So that's the whole point of all of this. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed those two projects, and I hope that this helps you kind of think a little bit outside of the box for the kits collection as well as the scrapbooking workshop kits. And, this Remembering Christmas kit, even just as it is, would be a really, really fun kit to do. I'm thinking that I may take the rest of the stuff and turn it into a little recipe album. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun. And until next time, my friends, I will see you all later. All right. Bye for now.